Hello, welcome to the new video The Slime Princess by SWhoPG. Extra Chapter 1. Inside a certain slime's stomach. Somewhere located inside the void, or should I say certain someone's stomach, two powerful individuals are currently battling. One is a high-level spirit while the other one is the most powerful being in this world. They're currently fighting by playing shogi board. Kua, how can you always defeat me, Ifrit? Perhaps is it because I am better, Veldora-sama? Veldora moved his head, avoiding eye contact with Ifrit, sulking. That's what he's been doing every time he loses to Ifrit. Well then, we should watch Rimuru battling the Orc Lord, Veldora said, still sulking. After a few hours of watching, Kuahahaha, as expected of Rimuru, I knew he could defeat the Orc Lord. But that's not what you said here. Shish, Veldora said as he pointed his fingers towards Ifrit's lips. Shish. Veldora did it again. Look at the screen, Veldora said while pointing the screen showing Rimuru split himself and a smaller slime came out of him. Did Rimuru-sama just gave birth to a baby slime? Ifrit surprised seeing this. It seems like it, Veldora said to Ifrit, but I thought slimes don't have genders, and Rimuru-sama proclaimed himself as a male, Ifrit. Ooh, look, the little slime called Rimuru Mom, Veldora said, excited seeing the little slime. They overheard the conversation between the little slime and Rimuru, to the point where Rimuru announced the little slime as his daughter. Kuahahaha, it seems like I have a niece now, but Veldora-sama isn't Demon Lord Milam Nava as the daughter of your brother? Ifrit asked the Storm Dragon. Altuf, I already knew about the kid. I actually never met her in the first place. My brother said about me being a bad influence for her. It seems like it, Ifrit said as he continued to watch the screen. What? Veldora said after hearing Ifrit's words, and nothing. Well then, time to read some of those holy scriptures called manga I got from Rimuru's memories. Veldora walked as he head towards bookcase full of manga. 1 month later, this is still interesting, and I've read this for the 10th time today, Veldora said as he kept rereading his manga. Then both of them looked at the screen, seeing Milam holding Lila's hand. How dare she? Not only she broke the non-aggression pact, she also held my niece. Come on Rimuru, do something, Veldora said in anger. Calm down, Veldora-sama. I am sure Rimuru-sama will sort it out quickly, Ifrit said, calming down the angry storm dragon. After seeing Rimuru scolded Milam for holding his daughter, seeing this Veldora smiled and then decided to do his usual 3-stage laughter. Good job Rimuru, Veldora said, giving thumbs up. See? I am sure Rimuru-sama would have done it. I am really proud of my sworn friend, Veldora said, smuggling. Few days later, Veldora-sama, it seems like Demon Lord Milam has become a really good friend with Lila's-sama. After their first encounter they now like to play with each other, and Lila's-sama's fear towards Demon Lord Milam has loosened up. It's truly heartwarming. Altuf, I don't really understand the concept of friendship. Veldora said while reading his manga. Are you hearing me, Veldora-sama? What? Veldora put down his manga. He didn't heard what I've just said. Nothing. Oh. Hey look, they're eating the night spider. Oh, I always wanted to taste that thing, but I never got the chance to. Perhaps you are afraid of them? Me? Ho, of course not. I the mighty storm dragon afraid? I won't be afraid to such a little spider, Veldora said, sweat dropping. Ifrit then raised his eyebrows. Veldora-sama, are you lying? Veldora coughed and said, oh, of course not. Those spiders are small fries. Last time I've met one, I almost burned down the entire forest. That's why I never got a chance to eat them. Veldora then gazed his eye upwards to avoid eye contact with Ifrit. Ifrit saw this and thought, so he is afraid. Meanwhile, Veldora's thought, I must not let him know I was afraid of those little spiders. It's just the legs and the eyes. The fear I felt when they're crawling on my skin is almost equal to meeting my sisters. Anyway, I am gonna continue reading this scripture. Veldora-sama, shouldn't you be working on analyzing the unlimited imprisonment? Veldora stopped reading for a sec and started laughing. Kuahahaha. I can always do that later. Ifrit stares at Veldora. What's with the stare? I can analyze this unlimited imprisonment while reading the holy scriptures. Veldora-sama, Rimuru-sama would be mad if he finds out that you were slacking off. Veldora's sweat dropped. I I think you should try reading the Holy Scriptures. No thanks, Veldora sighed. Wanna play shogi? Sure. Few hours later. How can I lose again? Perhaps I'm better at playing shogi than you, and you learned that from me. How does that even work? Because I have analyzed every single movement you made and I made the best possible move I can? Just forget it. Hey now look, it seems like Tempest is currently having its first winter with Rimuru. Winter. Oh yeah, you're a fire spirit, you don't like cold, right? Well, I don't really mind. Well then, let's continue watching them. And that marks the end of this short chapter. Inside a certain slime's stomach will return soon. Chapter 7. Joyous winter. It's currently midnight. Lilas and Milam are sleeping. I'm sitting waiting for winter to arrive, as I watched the sky full of clouds, and thought. The snow should have arrived sooner. Then, the first snow has fallen from the sky, marking the start of winter in Tempest. I should close the window or the snow will get inside. I closed the window, and started sitting and sipping the tea I made earlier. Warm drinks are the best for winter. Great sage, is Lilas still awake? Negative him, I shouldn't disturb them, I think I forget someone. Wait, Ranga the first used thought communication to Ranga. Ranga. Where are you? I am outside Rimuru-sama. What the? Come inside, it's cold outside, yes. And then I heard a knock on the door. I walked up the door, I opened it and saw Ranga. Come in, and be quiet, Lilas and Milam are sleeping. Yes. Ranga replied with low voice. We spent the night looking at snow falling from the sky. Ranga fell asleep after few hours, so I decided to do the same since nothing interesting happens. Great sage. Understand. Activating sleep mode. Finally, sleep. Morning. I opened up my eyes and saw Auntie hugging me in her sleep, so I turned into slime to free myself from her grip. I head out. I also tried the kotatsu available this morning. I gotta say I miss this thing. I almost slept again there. I head outside and decided to take a walk in the town before breakfast, and the first thing I saw is Mom falling from a window diving into mountains of snow. I yelled, Mom. I rushed digging the snow, then I forgot I needed shovel to dig up snow faster. Then time passes, everyone started to go outside with their shovel, while I'm still digging the snow with my hands. Then Rigard-san approached me. Lilas-sama, why are you digging snow with your hands? Mom, I said while pointing at the snow I am digging. Rigard-san shocked seeing my sad expression. Hold on, Rimuru-sama is inside. I nodded while keeping my sad face. Move, Lilas-sama. I am going to start digging, Rigard-san said with serious expression. After few minutes of digging, Rigard-san is still digging until I got something. Then something came out from the hole. Yo, Mom, Rimuru-sama, are you okay? Me and Rigard-san said. It was deeper than I thought. Why are you diving from such heights? I said. I can't hold myself to not jump into fresh snow in the morning, Mom said. Breakfast time. Auntie and me were currently eating our breakfast served by Shuna-san. After we're done, Auntie said she wanted to meet Mom, so I followed her. Auntie, why don't we use the door instead? Because it's much cooler this way, Noda, she said as she held me in my slime form and then jumped into the window. Ow, untie. Sound of window being opened. Rimuru. Milam-sama. Lilas-sama, please use the door next time, Shuna said to us. It was Auntie's idea, I said while shaking, and then I jumped and turned myself into my human form and hugged Mom, who's currently in slime form. How cute, Shuna and Shian's thoughts. Few minutes later. Everyone are outside to clean up the snow covering the whole town. I am playing snowball fight with Auntie, Goblin Rider and the other children's. The snowball fight consists of two teams, Lilas's team versus Milam's team. Lilas's team has Lilas herself and the Goblin Riders, while Milam's team has Milam herself and the children's. Behind Lilas's team wall of snow. PSSH, calling codename Mochi Head. I told you to stop calling me that, Sue. Screw it, we need to think of a way to infiltrate the enemy base. Whatever, Sue. As we think of a plan, suddenly a giant snowball is thrown into our wall. Wah ha ha ha. You can't hide anymore, Noda. Our defense has been breached, I yelled to the Goblin Riders. Everyone charge, Auntie said as she flew upwards while holding snowballs. The children's also bombarded our fortress with snowballs. She then started throwing her snowballs. Enemy AC 130 above, I said to the Goblin Riders. I always wanted to say that. I used to play a lot of games. Huh, where did these memories come from? Isiwa? Gobzo said before he got crushed by the snow. Gobzo. Gobta said trying to dig the snow. I rushed and helped Gobta digging the poor Gobzo covered in snow Oba-san threw earlier. Another few minutes later, Oba-san no fair, I said desperately. We should head back to the town soon. We then walked our way back to the town. We saw Mom playing snow fight with nearby childrens. Seeing this we have an evil grin on our faces. You guys knew what to do, right? I said to the other. They nodded. I am going to make the biggest snowball Noda. We then make our snowballs. The first snowball is thrown by me, then the ball hit Mom in the back. Mom. Rimuru-sama. You guys, Mom said as she stopped and saw a huge snowball above her. Damn, Auntie made such a huge snowball. Mom then awakened and chased us in slime form and keep throwing water to us. She kept chasing us and we decided to split apart and hide ourselves from her radar. Gobta-san and the Goblin Riders hid themselves in a box. Auntie hid above the buildings, while I simply buried myself under the snow. I waited for Mom to pass, when suddenly, there you are, Mom said as she grabbed me. Wait moom, after few minutes of talking. Rimuru's pav. I punished Lilas and Milam, while the Goblin Riders are taken by Hakuro. He himself asked me and willing to take them. I took their lunch for today and they can eat again when it's dinner time. You're too cruel, Rimuru, muttered the Demon Lord. Mom, it was Auntie's idea. Lilas yelled, what? Why you betrayed me? Milam almost cried, she said as she shakes my body. Okay. I won't take your lunches, now excuse me, I have to go. I left the room. I closed the door slowly and hear Lilas and Milam having a conversation. Success? Lilas said slowly, wait, you knew this would happen. Shush, Mom will hear. I left the room with a smile. I am just happy seeing them talking to each other. They always come with crazy idea on their heads. Hey, kids. I said as I walked outside. Even though I know Milam is older than me, she's pretty much acted and looked like a child. I need to thank her to becoming Lilas's playmate. Maybe having a child is not so bad after all, even though I become a single mo-air father. Damn it, it's still hard to accept myself as a mother. I am anyways. I saw Yum and his party still pretty much working. Aren't you guys a bit overworked? Nah, this isn't that tiring, boss, Yum said. You're still young, you know you will feel a lot of pain on your bodies tomorrow if you don't rest now. I'll do it later, plus I need to do it or else Shisho, Master Hakuro, will make my training harder tomorrow. Well then, good luck. I said to them leaving them, and stopped for a sec, and please take some rest. I said after that I started to walk again. Few hours later, Lilas's pav, Auntie and I are currently building giant snow doll that looked like Mom in slime form. Mom, Rimuru, you can look now, finally, Mom said turning to us. Do you like it? Both of us said, oh of course I liked it. While we're talking about the snow doll, Mom explained to Auntie what is a kamakura. We make a dome with snow to play and eat some mochi inside of it. This makes her really excited. After few hours of works, it is finally done. We sat inside seeing our masterpiece. Then Shuna came with some mochi. We spent our afternoon in that place. After we're playing with the kamakura, it's night already outside and we head to the bat house that night. While bathing, Auntie did some weird moves towards the bushes behind us as if she was looking at someone. After getting our bath, me and Oba-san decided to head home. Mom didn't go with us since she still has works to do. We arrived at home. Auntie already feels sleepy, so we sleep inside the warmth kotatsu. I gotta say this thing is pretty comfortable. Also haven't got any weird dreams since the last night. The next morning, I woke up and scratched the back of my head. It's morning already. I walked around the house. Auntie is still sleeping. At first it didn't feel weird walking in the house. As I opened the door it felt like this door hasn't got opened yet since last night. And then I realized something. Wait, where's Mom? I run outside and I saw a lot of snow covering the whole town again. Then I remembered I had Great Sage and since she's connected with me and Mom. Great Sage-san, locate Mom, locating the individual Rimuru Tempest. Rimuru Tempest found, go 3 steps forward and 2 left. Thanks Great Sage-san. I followed Great Sage's instruction. Oh, I also didn't forget to bring a shovel with me. I put them in my stomach like most of my stuffs so I can grab them easily when needed. I started digging towards where Mom was located. I saw Rigard-san digging snow too, and he came to greet me as soon as he saw me. "Good morning, Lila's-sama." "Morning," I said to him while digging. "Why are you digging the snow, Lila's-sama?" I only said one word that came in mind as soon as he asked that. "Mom," I said to him. His face suddenly panicked as if saying, "Not again." Well, can't blame him, it's the second time this has happened to Mom. He then helped me digging so we can reach Mom faster. After few minutes of digging, we finally found Mom. "Yo. Mom, Rimuru-sama. Why are you burying yourself in snow again?" we both said in unison. I was really amazed by the snow last night, until I realized I was already buried. "Few good thing everything is alright," I said. "You must have been worried." I nodded and then Mom continued her words. "Well then, let's head for breakfast." And then we head for breakfast. As for Rigard-san, he insists to not come because he said he already ate breakfast this morning and he need to clean the snow on the roads. Christmas. It's been a week since that day where we found Mom buried. The same thing happens like 3 and 5 more times at that week. Everyone is currently preparing for an event that's called as Christmas. It's been a while since I celebrated Christmas. I usually always got hyped up on my previous life to get presents. I hope I will get a new sword, since my sword skill has increased by a lot. It's time for a chance, I said inside. Then I looked at the window. I saw Rigard-san and the other is carrying a big tree, and they started to decorate it. It looks pretty from this far. Somehow this kinda reminds me of an old time with my friend. Wait, what was that? Never mind. I shook my head and kept watching everyone. Auntie is currently sitting and eating potato chips behind me. Few minutes later she fell asleep. Also, I wore the red and white costume Mom gave to me this morning. I wanted to help, but considering the size of my body right now, plus I look like a 6-year-old kid, even though I am more mature than Auntie. I was bored and didn't have nothing to do. I want to sleep but I can't. I want to play with Auntie but she's sleeping, so I guess I had to find Mom. I walked outside, everyone greeted me yada yada yada, and I finally found Mom talking with Rigard-san about the preparation. "Ah, Lilas, what are you doing here?" Mom asked me. "Moo, I'm bored," I muttered. "Well, you won't get bored anymore soon. The event will start in few hours until the sky goes dark." Yeah, I said. What? I was bored as hell. Christmas. Everyone is happy. Giving gifts to each other, eat and drinks together, singing with the childrens. I'm currently walking around the town and seeing Geld-san still digging some snow. I approached him. "Geld-san, you should join the others." "No, this is fine, Lilas-sama." "No, this is not fine, you're overworking yourself. What Mom will say if she sees you?" Geld chuckled. "Well, Lilas-sama, just doing my job already made me the happiest person. But still, you need to rest sometimes." And then came a little goblin girl that's always been with Geld for some time. She gave Geld a present and then she lunged at him. "Well, I guess I'll join the rest." "Well then, let's go." We walked towards the crowds and enjoy the happiest day of our life. It's been hours since Christmas is over. Everyone already received their gifts. I came back home to sleep. I closed my eyes to sleep until suddenly. Thundercross. An explosion happens inside. I walk to the room and sees Mom and Auntie. Auntie goes back to sleep while Mom bounced outside of the room and said we'll fix the window tomorrow. Since Auntie can't feel cold and heat, it will be fine. I almost forget she's a demon lord, so it's basically impossible to harm her on her sleep. Well, except Shien's cook, nothing basically can harm her. I walked with Mom in my hands. "Sue, what happened?" I asked Mom. "Well, just say that Santa comes to the room to give present to Milam and she accidentally woke up and blew up the window." "Oh, how does Santa looks like?" "Well, he has a white beard." "Well, never mind that. You should go asleep, if you don't Santa won't give you a present." After hearing Mom's words, I walked towards the beds and rest myself on it. "Great sage, do it." Affirmative. Then my eyes began to close themselves. Rimuru's paw, Lila's, is sleeping right now. I should give her the new sword she wished. It was a Kodachi forged by the one and only Kurabi with pure magisteel, and it can become really powerful if you poured your magicules on it. I sneaked inside her room. Gosh, I feel awkward. Sneaking into my daughter's room while she's sleeping. I quickly put the present down and leave the room quickly. Mission complete. Now. It's time for me to sleep. I know I don't need to sleep, but I just want to since I've had no jobs to do at the moment. I almost forget, the next thing I need to do in a few weeks is preparing for New Year celebrations. Morning and Lila's pav. Yai. A very loud scream happened inside a certain individual room. The individual is very happy. Finally, a new sword, thanks Santa. I couldn't believe it, I finally got a cool new sword. I am currently jumping in my bed while holding the seethed sword. Crash. Lila's what happened? Mom asked me after slamming the door so hard to broke. Wait, didn't Mom prohibit Auntie from doing it? Well, never mind that, she already put the door again. Look what Santa gave to me. I showed Mom my new sword. Ooh, that sword looks cool. Then Auntie crashed the door and showed her new pillow that looks like Mom? Meanwhile Mom slowly muttering, UGHH, I have to fix the door again. Lee Chan, look at the present Santa gave to me. That looks like Mom, I know, and it's so soft. We laughed together. Hey, that's enough, get up now, it's time for breakfast. Yes Mom, Auntie, let's go. And that's how Christmas ended and their new day and journey started. Little did they know that a great danger is approaching in the near future.